What's up, y'all? It's your boy Red, and welcome back to the Sonic X Shadow Generations playthrough. So now we're going into the actual Shadow Generations portion, which, okay, we're just gonna hop right into it. Starts with a cutscene. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I was real, when Sonic and Shadow Generations was released, I was always like anticipating the Shadow Generations part, and I thought the trailers and everything just leading up to it was like really cool. But I would be capping if I was said that I slick was excited for Sonic Generations a little bit more, like just ever so slightly tad bit more, and that's kind of just like nostalgia, honestly. And yeah. But yeah, this is Shadow Generations, which gives us a whole new. This is basically a brand new game, honestly. Like, it doesn't seem like it's what's the word? It's not on a bigger scale than like a mainline like Sonic. Like, it's not as expansive as like Frontiers, probably more than likely. But you know, it's been a good time so far, and I think the levels are actually really cool, as we gonna get into right now. But here, this cutscene is kind of cool because it cuts to Sonic's birthday party, which Shadow is not there in the beginning. So this kind of, I guess this makes sense. Shadow's like on the arc. I didn't know that the arc was still like present, but I guess so. And our first stage is Final Chase, or I think this is Final Chase. Yeah, specifically Final Chase because yeah, this is Shadow stage. Final Rush was actually the you know, Shadow's boss level in regular Sonic Generations. So this is actually kind of cool. And the first thing you probably notice upon playing this versus regular Sonic Generations is that this game runs on Sonic the Hedgehog Engine 2, or well, the Hedgehog Engine 2. And oh wow, I missed that. So the controls are like updated, visuals too. Everything in terms of like visuals, things are more in line with like Sonic Forces and Sonic Frontiers, which is not a bad thing because those games don't look bad at all. Even though I think Frontiers is the better looking of the two. But yeah, I guess we could consider this a Hedgehog 2 engine game, along with oh, excuse me with the filler words. But we can include this with Forces, Frontiers. At least I kind of do, because even the way the way Shadow like boosts and like his jump ball, and it's all like Forces and Frontiers. And I'm gonna be honest, I ain't even played those games like that for real. I definitely haven't played Frontiers for real. I think I played like a snapshot of like Forces, like way back in what, 2017, 2018, whenever the game came out. I remember not being like a super duper like fan of it, but hey, you know, when games live for a while, they tend to not be that bad. They tend to not necessarily get better or worse, but you know, the appreciation for them, our outlooks can change, basically. And Shadow Generations introduces these little quick time events, which is not much of a challenge for real, because you're just mashing the button, and then right there you gotta time it right. But these transitions are like, Shadow Generations is very cinematic, like very much cinematic. it like this. It tries to have you feel like you're in like a movie or something. Versus even though like Unleashed and Sonic Generations, those stages are like cinematic too, but I think this takes it to like the next level. So, but yeah, what do y'all think in terms of like the engine? Because I'm gonna be honest, that was one of the things I really wondered, like, how are they gonna do it? Because I was wondering, were they gonna use the Hedgehog Engine 1, like Generations, for this part of the game, or were they gonna use Hedgehog Engine 2? They end up using Hedgehog Engine 2. So I want to know, what do y'all think of like that? But like I said, Hedgehog Engine 2, it looks really good. It's just, I don't think it just doesn't look, mind you, this being on the Switch, I think I'm comfortably saying that even though Generations doesn't have like some of the technical things going on, it does seem like Generations, it just feels like performance wise, and even maybe slightly a little bit the resolution too is like slightly higher. But that is like, that makes sense because Sonic Generations is a whole PS3 game. I would expect that the Switch will have a better time running that than this. But nah, performance wise, this seems pretty straight too. I haven't ran into like any major like frame rate dips or anything that's like broken or nothing like that. Actually, I think that's kind of the trade-off that we had with like Forces, because I don't think Forces is like a broken buggy game or nothing like that. I think Forces is actually pretty intact when it comes to like what's the word, the programming and stuff like that. But yeah, the gameplay just wasn't there. But yeah, it also, we have the Doom Eye from Shadow the Hedgehog from 2005. And I guess they're here, they're just messing with Shadow basically throughout the stages. But yeah, look at these transitions, like, oh wow. And it's the first stage, I think that was pretty cool. I actually wasn't expecting Final Chase. So, even though I probably should have, I mean, that's one of Shadow's main levels. Really, there are only 4 Shadow levels, if you really think about it. Which is crazy. What we got? Final Chase, then Radical Highway, which is also in this, and then what's the other 2? White Jungle, and then Skyrail. So honestly, they could have made a whole game out of just the Sonic Adventure 2 stages, which I'm glad they didn't lean all the way into, because we do get more stages from other Sonic games. Of course, that Shadow is related to. And here we have the time meter. And this is basically the same thing. Well, this is going on at the same time. It's like Sonic and them getting sucked in white space. Except this time, Shadow is in his own white void space, which is fully in 3D. Which I think is kind of cool, actually. And I think with the Frontiers style movement, it fits better. Cause I be thinking, I used to think I wanted a 3D hub world in Generations, but the way Sonic controls, yeah, I don't mind that it's in 2D. But the Hub Worlds and Unleashed are like my favorite. Unleashed and Adventure 1. I think a mix of those two. That would be a decent Hub World. And something else that I wasn't expecting for them to do was give us actual Act 2s, which is, I don't know, was that something y'all was expecting or like not expecting? I wasn't expecting the Act 2, but they gave us the Act 2s, which is really cool. And they're not like, they ain't cheap or nothing like that too. They're like actual different stages. Another thing that they gave Shadow, so he has like these, Shadow basically gets a whole bunch of like power ups. So one of them of course is like Chaos Control, and it doesn't work the exact same way as it does like in Shadow the Hedgehog, but I think it's actually kind of cool because you're able to like stop elements, and in some instances it really looks cool, like when you use Chaos Control to dodge something and then you dodge it and then time goes back to normal. It really feels like, oh, so this is how Chaos Controls, this is how Chaos Control works in like those cutscenes in SA2 and stuff. Cause I don't even remember how it worked in Shadow the Hedgehog. I think how did Chaos Control work? I still think you kind of just rushed. Did Chaos Control give you like some type of like boost, or was that a different? That may have been a different power up. Cause I know you either had Chaos Control and something else. I forget though. But yeah. Actually, the Chaos Control in this game kind of controls a little bit how Chaos Control works in Sonic Heroes. Except in Sonic Heroes, like literally everything is like kind of frozen. Like it's kind of hard to progress some parts of the stage in Sonic Heroes when you use Chaos Control, because literally everything is like frozen. I think it's not the similar. It's not really the same here. Like say if this was Heroes, this section right here, we probably wouldn't be able to open these doors. Which, yeah, some parts of Shadow stages, they make you use like the Chaos Spear, like by pressing X right here. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like this kind of, now just to open doors in like in the stage like this, I don't know, bro. It kind of halts the pace. And then it's just like an extra button you just pressing. It's not like you're really doing something, you know, super intricate. And here is Shadow's wings. They call this the Dome Wing or something like that. But yeah, this is a really cool power up. Actually, you're able to fly, and I missed that so hard. Another thing, they also bring back these tubes from SA2, from Final Chase, and I'm honestly, they're slick just as janky in this game as they are in SA2. Probably not. Like I said, this game is actually, it's not really like buggy or like badly made or nothing like that. I really think that those tools are just like janky, like for whatever reason. Like, but in SA2, some of them, they were kind of just like completely broken. Broken in the sense of if you're not using them literally exactly how they're intending you to do it, things can get a little funky. Like, don't try to like run too fast or like boost to a certain type of way, or like spin dash a certain type of way off of it. You're gonna like fall or something like that. And yeah, shout out to the loading screen. I do like this rendition of the loading screen too. Even though this time it's in the center, which is different. Because in Sonic Generations, it's on the left. But yeah, in terms of tone, it's just like Frontiers. This game kind of dials things back a little bit. Generations didn't really have much of like a tone, to be honest. Like, it was happy-go-lucky. It was in the same spirit as like Colors and Unleashed a little bit, but Generations didn't have much of a story, to be honest. It didn't have much going on. This has a little bit more substance. And there's Maria and Joe Robotnik. But are we just seeing things? And here we have this flashback. I don't know why they're showing this to us. It's nice. It's some nice 2D art though. Okay. Oh, I realized. So that stage is just called Space Colony Art. Okay, that makes sense. I'm not mad at that. But yeah, like I said, the hub worlds are fully 3D now. Kind of in spirit of Sonic Frontiers. But yeah, let's see what this does. Oh, okay. So we get like these little power-ups every time we like put whatever medallion that was inside of there. And oh my god, Shadow is freaking out. Yeah, Shadow Generation really brings in like the shonen anime aspects.